Everyone is. How big is it to have the second bye week?
I mean, it's a great time to, recover, get your body back right, and get ready to go for next week.
Have you already started watching film of them?
Absolutely.
When did you start? What do you think? What are your initial impressions of them, I guess?
I started a couple days ago. They're a good team, solid up front. It's going to be a great test, and I'm excited to see what happens. Excited to do my best,
How cool. For someone that hasn't played in this rivalry before, what are you expecting when you go down there? Have you asked questions to people about what it's like down there or anything?
It's the biggest game of the year because it's the next game.
Sure.
That's what you got to look at it like. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. It matters that you are doing what you need to do. You need to take every opponent as it's the most important game. Last week was the most important game to us at that time, but now it's this week because the next game is the most important thing. Can't worry about anything else. Can't take anybody lightly. Everybody on that team is the best player we've ever played against because it's the player going against now.
They've battled injuries up front this year, but I think how good they can be, especially when they're at full strength. Just what are your early impressions of, especially the defensive line?
I mean, they're a very good team. They're very good up front, and like I said, they're the biggest game of the year because it's the next game. That's all. That's the only thing I can focus on. The only thing I'm thinking about.
Probably saw some of it in practice, but with Jordan being inserted into the game plan, has he kind of exceeded expectations of what people kind of thought he'd be able to bring to the offense?
Absolutely not. I've always known he could do this. Every quarterback we have in that room is extremely talented, or they wouldn't be here. The expectation for any guy we put in that game is to excel and do extremely well. I have full faith in him and any other quarterback gets in the game. We expect productivity and we expect high execution of our offense.
The way you guys played at DC offensively on the road, do you think that would give you guys some confidence going on the road again? Just the scoring that many points and executing that well?
I mean, yeah. I think, whenever you play well, whenever you are able to execute and, put up points, it gives you extra confidence. But it's also, you got to focus on the play at hand. I think a lot of times that can be overlooked. Is just focusing on what you have to do at this exact moment. The details and the little, almost minuscule things in your game are the most important. Because when you focus on that, everything else seems to work itself out. And when you have 11 guys doing that at a high level consistently, good things happen.
Seeing some of the freshmen have to step in on the offensive line and then playing well and continue to grow, what does that mean to you to see those guys have their moment and take advantage of it?
I mean, I'm proud of every single one of them. I know it's hard, especially the true freshmen. I never was thrown in the fire like that, but they have all not only done extremely well, but they have handled themselves extremely well. And what's even better than that is from the day they got on campus, they were preparing like they were going to start every game. I've loved their attitude. I've loved their work ethic. I mean, they push every guy to get better. So I've loved those guys.
Ryan, who's your biggest rival at Northern Illinois?
I'm not going to say their names. They don't exist. They're fine.
What were those games like, and how much are you just looking forward to playing in this one for the first time?
I mean, it was always fun to play those extra games, but like I said, I don't try to buy into the extra hype around it. I always focus on it's the next game. It's just like any other game. Because if I prepare for this game or I prepare for other games, what does it say about those other games? Why are you taking those other games lightly? Why are you taking those less? If you're not preparing like every game's the biggest game, then you're doing this game a disservice. You should never dishonor this game. You should always love this game and play with your heart out. So I'm never going to disrespect this game by not preparing like it's the most important game of my life.
What did you think about Odell, say, 3 weeks ago when he wasn't your coach? And I don't know how much you even interacted with him. And then now that he's been your head coach for 2 or 3 weeks?
Nothing's changed in my mind. He's an amazing guy. I love being around him. I love the energy he brings. And, I don't think the role that he's in matters. I think he's always going to be the same guy, no matter what, day in, day out. And I've enjoyed him. I've enjoyed being around him. So
his mandate after the Boston College game and after Sunday practice to have the position coach have you guys over, and what did that mean to you guys, and how important was that to you?
It's always great to have a little extra camaraderie, a little time to just hang out and outside of the walls of this building, outside of the grass fields, have everybody together at once, and be able to just talk about things that aren't football, talk about life, talk about other things like that. It's always a great time.
How much do you pay attention to a coaching search?
None.
Really?
I mean, frankly honest, my biggest concern is the next game,
right.
The next practice. What happens in 2 months, what happens next week doesn't affect me until it happens. It's like one of those things where if you sit there and you look so far down the road, you're gonna miss what's right in front of you. And honestly, this being my senior year, I'm not gonna overlook any day.
Right.
This has been such a blessing to come here and play. I'm gonna take every day as it comes and just enjoy it. You know, I mean, senior day just passed, and that last game at Doak, you know, it gives you goosebumps. It's been a pleasure being here, and you know, I try to post on Twitter, like just saying thank you to everybody. You know, I've loved being here, and I love that everybody's been so accepting of me. So I'm not gonna take anything for granted. I'm not gonna look past what's the task ahead of us.